Hey, I'm JD Robinson, or James Douglas Robinson, but I go by JD. I am a GED instructor at Burris Prison, which is at the back of Gypstick in Forsyth. I live in Forsyth. I'm from Macon. I'm 44. Let's see, have a daughter. She's 12. I teach here at the prison. I teach prisoners who are or inmates who are working toward their GED. I teach them reading, language arts, math, science, and social studies. And in doing so, I have an undergrad in criminal justice and a master's in education, and thinking about pursuing a doctorate in education. I decided that I was way more interested in criminal justice than I am in education. So that led me to it'll help me work my way up, and it also helped me because I'm interested in it. I mean, and knowledge is always good. So I decided to pursue a master's in criminal justice. What actually led me that way was thinking about a dissertation, and thinking the way I think is more along the lines of criminal justice than education. And I was thinking my research would be recidivism, and how a GED or versus a high school diploma, how it affects recidivism in Georgia. Does it help? Does it change anything? Of course, a degree is always going to make a person more whole. I think any kind of knowledge will, but does it actually help inmates in the transition to from inmate to civilian? Does it help? I'd like to know. So that's one of my big interests, and one of my big possibly something I would like to do some research on. I study by memorization, retyping, maybe making notes, paraphrasing, different things like that help me be able to see questions and answers in my mind. And that's how I know when I've studied enough, when I can see the question and the answer in my head. I think what helps me is having assignments due every week, because it forces me to focus on that class each and every week and have an outcome. So that's what really helps me when it comes to studying and when it comes to learning. I don't know how I attack this course yet, because it takes me a couple of weeks to decide how I need to do things, but usually it works out pretty fast, where I am able to figure out my strategy. So anyway, I'm JD Robinson, and that's me in a nutshell. Thanks.